Hey guys, so Mark Middleton, former advisor to Clinton, acquaintance of Jeffrey Epstein, who signed him into the White House 7 times during the Clinton administration, his death has been ruled a suicide. Now, if you know how he died, he was found hanging from a tree with a gunshot wound in the chest. And the gun that shot him in the chest has never been found. And he was hanging from an extension cord. So everybody thinks that he has been, killeried, I guess, because you know how them Clintons, they kill a lot of people. But since the last count they had in 2016 was, I think it was 206 people that they were tied to that have died, and most of those deaths have been via strangulation or hanging or plane crash. So interesting stuff right there. But how the hell can the police say that it was a suicide when you're hanging from a tree with a gunshot wound in the chest and then you cannot find the gun? Who knows? Anyway, another thing interesting about Clinton's, it was Friday, at the Clinton airport in Arkansas, there were 5 people on a little private jet that were taking off for East Palestine, Ohio, to do independent studies on the soil, the water, and the air, and the plane crashed and they all died. So, yep, that happened. Also, they're now saying that dioxins, which are extremely harmful, and it's a byproduct of chemicals that comes when you burn off vinyl chloride, and it's chlorine and hydrocarbons, which they had tons of. But what happens is it won't show really in the air, but it settles into the ground and turns it to dust, and then it will get into the water supply. And he said it's a toxin. It gives you side effects like flu symptoms, like you feel like you have flu, but it's not. It's poisoning from this toxin, which goes into the mitochondrial DNA and can be passed down 3 generations. So I've heard 3 different independent people now talking about this. This guy's name is Eric Coppolino, and he says that the EPA knows, and they have manuals on these things, and they knew not to burn that stuff off, and he can't understand why they did it. He said if it was incompetence, but he said no one should be in that town. Everybody should be evacuated, especially women, children, and pregnant women. He said because it's only going to get worse and people are going to die.